What if the most classic Class C motorhome just quietly became one of the smartest road trip machines of 2026? Welcome back to NextGen Motorhomes, where we don't just tour RVs, we imagine life inside them. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now and ride along with us as we explore motorhomes that turn ordinary weekends into lifelong memories. Trust me, if road freedom is your thing, you're in the right place. All right, let's roll. The 2026 Winnebago Minnie Winnie pulls up with a presence that feels familiar, yet surprisingly refreshed. This is one of those rigs that makes you stop mid-conversation at the dealership lot. The exterior has that clean, modern showroom energy, not flashy, not trying too hard, just confident. Smooth body lines flow from front to back. The graphics are tasteful and contemporary, and the color palette feels upscale without being loud. Parked next to older Class C motorhomes, the Minnie Winnie looks like it skipped a generation. And then you notice the size. It's substantial without being intimidating. Long enough to promise real living space, compact enough to feel manageable on the road. Whether you're cruising through town, pulling into a national park, or rolling into a campground after sunset, this motorhome carries itself with calm authority. People look, not because it's outrageous, but because it looks right. Walking around the exterior, you start noticing the practical wins. Storage compartments are exactly where you want them. The doors feel solid. The stance feels planted. This is the kind of motorhome that doesn't just sit pretty under bright showroom lights. It looks even better covered in road dust after a long drive through the desert or parked under pine trees in the mountains. There's a quiet confidence here, like it knows it's been doing this longer than most. Now let's climb into the cockpit, because this is where every adventure actually begins. From the driver's seat, the Minnie Winnie instantly feels familiar in the best way. Built on the Ford E-Series chassis, you're greeted by a commanding driving position, excellent forward visibility, and controls that feel intuitive instead of overwhelming. The windshield gives you a wide, cinematic view of the road ahead, whether you're cutting through open highway or navigating tight campground entrances. From the driver's perspective, it's all about confidence. The steering feels solid in your hands. The mirrors are big and well placed, and you don't feel like you're guessing where the corners are. You feel in control. Long drive days feel less tiring because everything is where your muscle memory expects it to be. Now flip to the passenger seat perspective. This is where the vibe changes. Instead of white-knuckling the armrest, the passenger gets a front-row seat to the journey. Wide windows, elevated sight lines, and that unmistakable feeling of traveling together instead of just riding along. It's the kind of cockpit that invites conversation, shared playlists, and that moment where someone points out the road stretching endlessly ahead and says, "Yeah, this was the right decision." Step into the interior, and the Minnie Winnie tells a story of balance. This isn't about luxury for the sake of luxury. It's about livability. The kitchen area feels thoughtfully laid out, with counter space that actually works for real cooking. You can picture breakfast sizzling while coffee brews, sunlight pouring through the windows. Storage is smart, not excessive, but enough to support weeks on the road instead of just weekends. The dining area feels like the heart of the motorhome. This is where maps get spread out, meals turn into long conversations, and rainy days become unexpectedly cozy. It's not just a place to eat. It's a place to plan tomorrow's route, relive today's highlights, and decide whether to stay one more night because it just feels good here. If you're enjoying this walkthrough so far, tap that like button and let us know you're part of the NextGen Motorhomes crew. It helps more than you think, and it keeps these deep dives rolling. Moving toward the sleeping area, the Minnie Winnie shifts gears emotionally. The bedroom isn't trying to be a luxury hotel, it's trying to be a retreat. After a long drive, this is where your shoulders drop. The bed feels inviting, the space feels calm, and the design choices lean toward comfort over flash. This is the place where you recharge, literally and mentally, before waking up somewhere completely new. And then there's the bathroom. Functional, efficient, and private. No gimmicks, no wasted space. Just everything you need to feel human again after a day of hiking, driving, or chasing sunsets. There's something deeply satisfying about knowing you don't have to rely on campground facilities unless you want to. Under the hood, the 2026 Minnie Winnie is powered by Ford's proven 7.3-liter V8 gas engine, paired with a torque-shift automatic transmission. Translation? This thing is built to move. Acceleration feels confident for a Class C, highway merging is smooth, and long grades don't feel like a negotiation. You press the pedal, and it responds. On the road, the handling feels planted and predictable. Wind gusts don't throw it around. Lane changes feel controlled, and long highway stretches feel surprisingly relaxed. This is a motorhome designed for real road trips, not just short hops between RV parks. Fuel economy is exactly what you'd expect in this class, but the trade-off is power you can trust and reliability that's been proven over decades. Despite its size, the Minnie Winnie doesn't feel intimidating after the first hour behind the wheel. There's a moment where it just clicks, and suddenly you're not driving a motorhome, you're driving your motorhome. If this lifestyle speaks to you, subscribe to NextGen Motorhomes right now. We build this channel for people who don't just dream about the road, they plan for it. Now let's talk price, because this is where emotions kick in. The 2026 Winnebago Minnie Winnie typically lands in a range that feels surprisingly approachable for what you're getting. Depending on floor plan and options, you're generally looking around the low to mid six figures. And yes, that's real money. But here's the surprise. When you compare it to competitors in the same Class C category, many of them creep higher without offering the same balance of reliability, brand trust, and livability. This is where the Minnie Winnie earns its reputation. You're not just buying features, you're buying peace of mind. Winnebagos build quality, resale value, and dealer network matter when you're hundreds of miles from home. For a lot of buyers, this becomes the emotional tipping point. Not because it's cheap, but because it feels worth it. The 2026 Minnie Winnie isn't trying to reinvent the motorhome world. It's refining what already works and reminding us why this segment became popular in the first place. It's for couples planning cross-country adventures, families creating memories that outlast the photos, and solo travelers who want comfort without complexity. If you see yourself as someone who values freedom, reliability, and the simple joy of waking up somewhere new, this motorhome fits that identity beautifully. So now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell us where you take the Minnie Winnie first. Smash that like button if this walkthrough helped you. And subscribe to NextGen Motorhomes if you're serious about turning the open road into your second home. We'll see you on the next adventure.